Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're, good morning to everyone online and in the room. I hope you're hearing me clearly.
Good morning. Yes, we are.
Thanks for that, Melanie.
Thanks for your
A
service.
store owner was tacking a sign in his store which read, "Puppies for sale." And a little boy appeared. The boy reached into his pocket, pulled out some change, looked up at the store owner and said, "I have $2.37. Can I look at them?" The store owner smiled and whistled from the kennel. And a little dog named Lady came running down the aisle, followed by 5 tiny balls of fur. One puppy lagged behind. Immediately, the little boy asked about the limping puppy. "What's wrong with that doggy?" "The vet told us the dog is missing a hip socket," said the store owner. "He'll always limp like that." "That's the one I want to buy," said the little lad quickly. The store owner replied, "No, you don't. You don't want to buy that dog. You really don't want him. I'll give him to you." And the little boy came close to the store owner's face and he said angrily, "I don't want you to give him to me. That doggy's worth just as much as all the other puppies, and I'll pay the full price. In fact, I'll give you the $2.37 now and 50 cents a month until I have him paid for." The store owner replied, "No, no, 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 no. You don't want that dog. He's never going to be able to run and jump and play like all the other dogs." In response, the little boy pulled up his pants leg and he said, "Look." And he revealed a badly twisted right leg, supported by 2 steel braces. "Well, sir," he said, "I don't run so well myself, and the puppy needs someone who understands." Welcome to Literacy Month. Please be upstanding. And the invocation, I'm trying to remember who. Oh, yes. Yeah, Chairman Akeisha, please come forward. That's what happens when you leave your agenda.
Good morning, everyone. All heads bowed, all eyes closed, please. Father, we thank you for this day that you made. We're rejoicing. We're so glad in it. Thank you for all of us that are able to come together once again to discuss the matters of Rotary and to discuss projects and serve and render service to the wider community. I pray that we would have a productive meeting. When it's all said and done, we'll all have a great day. In your precious name, I pray, amen.
And our loyal toast will be Marsha Bain, who I believe is online. They're not hearing? I'm sorry. Who? Who's on my phone? I know it's on my phone, but I rehearsed it, so that's why I know it's Marsha. Yeah, I'll get to you. Marsha Bain, isn't it Marsha who's doing the loyalty? Yes, I rehearsed the agenda. I mean, I went over it in my head last night, so before the lights came back on, before I went to bed rather. So Rotarian Marsha, I think you're online and you're doing the loyal toast. Please go ahead. It's not on? Okay, so I'll ask Ashley to please come forward and do this. Yeah.
I'm walking up there. Let me hear you. No, help me with the loyal toast. To the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Now you ready? Okay, now you're ready. If you wasn't ready. Good morning to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
That's a good one. When you don't remember it, you get the audience to do that. Thank you so much. Please be seated, and I now invite Chairman of the Literacy Committee, Sepia, to do our little icebreaker this morning.
No, I think they just
Good
come
morning,
out.
Rotarians and guests. How are you all doing today? That's good. But you see one thing, this is literacy month, so I need y'all to be lit up in here. So again, how y'all doing today? Yeah, lit. All right. So in keeping with literacy month, we're gonna do a short icebreaker, short and quick, okay? And when you think about literacy, what do you think about? Reading, telling stories, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go around the room and we're gonna feed each other a story, sentence by sentence. Everyone is responsible for one sentence, okay? Y'all ready? We're gonna do this quick now. No. Everyone is responsible for a different sentence. We're gonna continue the story. So what I say, the line that I say is gonna be followed up by what President Arnett says, and so on and so forth. Y'all ready for this? Quick thinking? No, man. Let's have some fun. I'm gonna start. Y'all ready? Once upon a time, there was a Rotarian named John.
And he was a wonderful Rotarian.
You don't stop sentencing now.
He loved to read.
He loved to read.
He had superpowers.
He had superpowers. John chose not to join the group one day. But I did. Okay.
He said yes.
And he said yes. Come on, let's go. Littlest Rotarians. No? You pass? Okay, she passed. Hey! John took up his rotary pen. Hey, and then was elected for president. Did you feel it? John did a wonderful job as president. Hey, love that. Okay. PP Gala, PAG Gala. John's wife met with him. Secretary Keating. Hey.
John is a great inspiration for all babies.
I agree. I love that. Way to go. Nice. Greatest little club in the galaxy. Yes, she said it. Director Archelin. Okay. PP Aaron. Hi. You gotta finish the story now.
And what had happened was.
John, yeah.
I'll ask Akima to finish us off with a bang. That was awesome. Well done, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Chairman Sepia. You see, we have some excited people in the mornings and they have not had coffee yet. So can you imagine? Now, I know Purple Team, you're in charge of the raffle this morning. I didn't see a raffle prize, but I'm lending you all this. Yellow team, yes. Oh, you have the raffle prize. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, so please come and announce the raffle. Chair Akisha.
Okay, good morning again, everybody. Today we have something very smashing, very dynamic, and they say good things come in small packages. So for our raffle prize this morning, we have a $100 gift card to John Bull, courtesy of the Yellow Team. Yes, and so one ticket is $5, 3 for 10, and yeah. So you can go ahead and begin your pledges. 1 for 5, 3 for 10. Who's ready? I'm coming around. Let's go. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Acting Director. So guys, just to give you a quick announcement, our Director of Club Services and Administrator rather, She's on maternity leave, and so Akeisha will be acting until we've appointed a director. So please give her your full support. And now I'll just invite our secretary, Kemi, to come and do the welcome.
Good morning, good morning. I'll see if I can try and bring that same lit energy here this morning. But welcome everyone to the first meeting of our Literacy Month. And so we have quite a few celebrity guests with us this morning. So.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Jimmy, we didn't forget you. So firstly, I would like to say a warm welcome to our guest presenters this morning, Ms. Laquelle Johnson and Rashanique Smith. You just want to wave and say hi to the club. Sorry. Yeah. The next one. Also, welcome back, Ms. Shimon Smith, to Shimon Roll, to our meeting this morning with us. I also see Leandra in the chat joining us this morning. If you want to unmute your mic and say good welcome.
Hi, good morning, all.
But if you can't hear Ms. Leandra, will say good morning to everyone. And I also see Ms. Aniska Crawley in the chat, our soon to be newest Rotarian. And of course, welcome President Sharice from our Rotaract Club. Thank you for joining us this morning and waking up early, as promised. Yeah. I think audio is coming from here. I can't hear anything. Continue, or we got it? Okay. And I think that's all of our guests this morning. I did see, oh, of course, Rotarian Christina, welcome back. I see you've joined us this morning as well. Where? Oh, sorry, you want to let her introduce herself? Sorry. Well, morning and welcome to our meeting. And with that, I think that's all of our guests. So welcome everyone and please enjoy the meeting today.
Hi, Carolyn Roberts is visiting again.
Sorry?
Carolyn is visiting again.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, sorry. Good morning, Carolyn. Nice to see you. I think that's it.
Thank you, Secretary Kemi. And the Sarge just walked in. So what do you find the Sarge when he's late?
I'm not saying anything. That's the Sarge.
So please come forward, Sarge. We're gonna need a very good joke from you, and you probably start by finding yourself.
Good morning, everybody. Like President Dornan would say, I'll find myself $5 for being late today. Also, all of my Paul Harris fellows, I'll find you guys $5 as well. That's fine. Absolutely. No problem at all. And also, anyone not wearing their pin today as well will be $1 fine. Possibly. All right, so the joke for the day. As a senior citizen drove down the motorway, his car phone rang. Answering, he heard his wife's voice urgently warning him, "Vernon, I just heard on the news that there's a car going the wrong way on M25. Please be careful." "Hell," Vernon said, "it's not just one car, it's hundreds of them."
Oh, fine. None of us got the joke.
All right. I'll take that one today. Thank you very much.
That sounded like we needed to double that fine. All right, but Chairman Tamaro will now do our birthdays, anniversaries, and any other special milestone. I believe she may be online. Go ahead, Chairman Tamaro.
Good morning, Rotarians and guests. Yes, we have one birthday celebrant this week, and that is PP Pratino. PP Pratino, happy birthday. I know you enjoyed your day on Monday, and I hope you're making it a great week. Also, we have condolences to express to Rotarian Barry Smith. His brother passed away a little over a week ago, and funeral services will be held. The funeral service will be held next week, and we'll share more about that in the group. So Rotarian Barry Smith, condolences on behalf of Nassau Sunrise to you and your family. We're keeping you in our prayers.
Okay, thank you, Chairman Tamaro. I will now invite, I see on my agenda, next moment from PDG Felix. PDG Felix, wake up. So welcome PDG Felix to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning. September is Literacy Month. I have the Literacy Minute this morning, the Literacy 5 Minute this morning. I'm going to share a little bit with you from the Bell Rag. Bell Rag is Basic Education and Literacy Rotary Action Group. It was originally known as LitRag, but it changed its name or was rebranded about 3 years ago. And this is from the August 2018 newsletter. It says, why is literacy important? Literacy is a broad term that includes how we learn and communicate in our society. It's about relationships and social practices, about knowledge, skills, language, and culture. We use literacy to acquire, understand, analyze, and evaluate information. We use it to make meanings, to express thoughts and emotions, to convey ideas and opinions, and to interact with others. Those who are literate might take it for granted, but those who cannot use it are excluded from such much of the communications in today's rapidly developing world. We read, listen, talk, view, and write for various reasons, such as for work purposes, for pleasure and interest, to obtain and use information, to keep in touch with family and friends, to learn about the world, to communicate ideas and information to other people. Knowing how to read, talk, and write well is necessary for success in school. It will help build self-confidence and it will motivate a child to set high expectations. By supporting the child in your care to develop his or her literacy, you're advancing the child and developing attitudes and behaviors to become a better learner. In time, the child should develop his or her own learning, including listening, viewing, reading, writing, speaking, and creating. Work harmoniously with others, be open to new ideas, opinions from others, and about diverse cultures. Develop resiliency and persist with tasks to improve and enhance their work. Recognize that it is good to think about, question, and discuss the meanings and assumptions in written materials. Now, the article is an excellent article. It also talks about how to help your child to talk, listen, read, and write, how to understand the first stages in reading and writing, tips for helping your preschool to 7-year-old child enjoy developing his or her literacy and numeracy skills, and gives some tips on things you can use around the house to help your children to be interested in reading. I will give the link to the article to the literacy chair, and she can share it to the club as an opportunity for you to read and to learn about literacy as suggested by Bell Rag. I also wanted to very quickly share with you, for those of you who don't know what Bell Rag is, there are two members, one former member and one current member in our club who are lifelong members in Bell Rag. The cost is $125 to become a life member. The annual fee is $25. I would suggest to those of you who are interested in literacy, you might want to join the group. It's a group of professionals who are either teachers or people who understand what education and literacy is about, and they go around the world helping Rotarians to do their programs. At the convention in May, June, whatever it was this year, the Bellwright Literacy Group displayed 6 of its programs. In fact, one of those programs is an online application to load books, 260 books, no charge to any Rotary Club. It also has several other very attractive programs that we could steal for no charge if we want to. So I will send that information, like I said, to the literacy chair, and she will share it with the club.
Thank you. PDG Felix, an encyclopedia for the Rotary movement and for the club. Thank you so much, as usual. Now we'll have our announcements. If you have an announcement, please come forward. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, fellow Rotarians and guests. Your treasurer is here with a credit card machine. So if you've been waiting to pay your dues with a credit card or debit card, you no longer have any excuse. It's working. Thanks to IPP Therese, it's up and running. So see me in the back or connect with me at Goodman's Bay, 376-0397. It's waiting for you.
Any other announcements?
Good morning, fellow Rotarians and guests online. And so we continue Paul Harris presentations this morning. But before I do so, I want to especially welcome my little cousin, Rajani, and her co-presenter. Okay. So this morning I will call Father Palacios, who was at the event on Saturday. So I owe you a public apology for overlooking your name. Please come. Father P, another Paul Harris. Paul Harris.
Where the camera?
Number,
Okay.
Paul Harris, number 2. Keith. So this morning we present Keith with his Paul Harris Fellow. Welcome to the Paul Harris Club.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, PP Francis. And we had an awesome event on Saturday. And if you missed it, boy, it was so much fun. With that, I just want to welcome my guest as PP comes forward, my guest, Michelle, who is also visiting. And she was at the event on Saturday. We made a good impression, so.
Good morning, fellow Rotarians, guests, visitors. I'm here because I was mandated to advise you that the bingo night is September 30th, Friday, September 30th. We want you to, 1, place it in your diary. 2, be there. 3, bring some additional guests with you. 4, give us, was it 2 or 3 prizes each? And/or funds. So this is just a reminder, seriously, that we really need to begin promoting the bingo night. We want it to be a success. We have a lot of prizes. Some of us are even going to be traveling to go collect some prizes. So you know it's gonna be off the chain. We're gonna have some fabulous prizes on the night of the 30th at 7 p.m. It's going to be at the JCN building on University Drive, Love 97. You know that building right there, the blue one? That's where you need to direct everyone at the end of the month. It's payday. So just ask folks to, you know, if everyone brings like $60 to spend, you'll have a good time. Food and drinks are going to be available and on sale.
B-I-N-G-O.
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. Oh, I've gotten permission to give you another beautiful announcement. Oh, I was waiting on this. Okay, so take the glasses off for that so y'all can see the full me with this one. So as you know, could we say this together? Wakanda forever. We're going to be partnering with Rotary Club of Old Fort Bay for a premiere event for the next Wakanda movie, Wakanda Forever. And that's coming up in November 10th, on November 10th. Listen to me, folks. Start getting your outfits together. This is going to be fabulous. We have rented out the entire Fusion Cinemaplex. Tickets are going to be on sale very, very soon for this premiere event. We know it's going to be fabulous. Listen, we beat out several other organizations who wanted to premiere this event and this movie. And woo! Wakanda forever! Now, so right off the heels of bingo, we're going to be going into another huge event in November. So we are looking for, listen, we're not just the best club in the middle club in the galaxy. We are the best club, period.
May I make a correction?
Yeah?
Right off the heels of bingo, we are going to do our grand raffle.
Oh, they're bringing So we have September 30th, 1st of October, and then the 10th of November. Just get your outfits together.
Right, so guys, you had enough notice. You had enough notice, thanks to my lit fundraising team for pulling that one off. And with that said, I love the energy in the room. Let me invite, you have another announcement? Oh yes, please come forward.
Now y'all keep on that lit energy, please. Yes. Now, y'all said y'all ready for a lit September, so let's get this down. Let's get this going. The Literacy Committee has several events for you. The first being tomorrow, Willard Pardon reading. We're commencing again, 12 noon. All right, Friday, 12 o'clock. All right, now we promised at least a minimum of 10 Rotarians, okay? So that means if we promise 10, that means we having 20, right? Y'all signing up, y'all, please. So when we post this in the chat later, myself or Director Ken, y'all are gonna answer, right? Yeah. Y'all are gonna be there, right? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So that's number one. Number two, Saturday, we have another event. This will be at the, Elizabeth Estates Children's Home, 10 to 12. And guess what we're having, y'all? Yes, we're having a lit karaoke. And not only are we having a lit karaoke, we're also providing them with some lovely lit bags. Y'all see it? Y'all gotta make noise now. Only for the bags, y'all gotta make noise, all right? And they're going to be filled with some good literacy tidbits, goodies. We have dictionaries, we have highlighters, we have it all. Y'all don't understand. And that bin Sorry, can I take this off, please? In that vein, tonight at 6 o'clock, we are going to be meeting here to pack the bags. We've asked Rotarians for assistance, so if any of you can come out, we have 31 bags to pack, meaning we have 31 items each to put in these bags, 31 of everything, okay? So that's a lot. So yes, they're gonna be big bags. These are gonna be awesome, spectacular, splendiferous. Everything, these bags are going to be lit, okay? So y'all ready for the next announcement? There's one more. Now listen to this, y'all. On Monday, the 5th of September, we are going to be donating a monetary donation for resales, as well as 100 books for Aubrey sales. This is going to be a major donation, y'all. And with that, we are also going to be unveiling a sign on the next to the library at Aubrey sales. So again, I promised a minimum of 10, y'all. 10 Rotarians, so therefore I need 20. Now listen, all right? It's going to be Monday morning at 9 a.m. I know y'all can can y'all please take a lunch, early lunch hour? Deal with lunch. We'll have breakfast, lunch, brunch, whatever at 9 o'clock afterwards. Let's do that. Let's just do that, okay? So we're gonna meet. We're gonna give the lovely donation. Gonna have our big tip. Everything is gonna be lit. All right. So y'all ready for this? Yeah. Y'all ready for tomorrow? Yeah. Y'all ready for Saturday? Yeah. Y'all ready for Monday? Yeah. I get more than 20, man. Y'all we get more than 20.
Well, perhaps you want to. All right, so I suspect that this, guys, this message came as a reminder from the secretary. So perhaps it's a good time to say this. The Rotary Club of, I'm trying to pronounce it. The club that Dr. Aditone and Ruben used to be a member of in Lagos. I'm trying to, yeah, that club. They've invited us to a friendship exchange. So they want to visit us in the Bahamas, and we visit Niger. So if you're interested in a friendship exchange, if you're interested in traveling to Nigeria in about February or March of next year, please indicate that to Akima or PP or PAG Karen if you're interested in making that trip. Also, if you're interested in hosting persons when they come here, let us know that as well. So we're still in the preliminary planning, and we hope that we'll have a lot of Rotarian support. I know we have some Rotarians who love to travel. All right, so quickly, let me invite Director Archelin to introduce our two guest speakers.
It is hot in here. Lady Smith, please stand. Just one at a time. Lady Smith, so that you very clear. Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Smith has been teaching for more than a decade. She is the reading specialist at H.O. Nash Junior High School, where she offers research-based instruction to at-risk students. For our community, she has created a program that caters to the enhancement of students' academic levels and adult enrichment classes. Ms. Smith is also a founding member of the Bahamas Literacy Association and is an affiliate of the Florida Reading Association, of whose conferences she has been a presenter for several years. She holds a master's in reading and inclusive education and lectures part-time at both the University of the Bahamas and the greatest little technical school on the planet, PTVI. Sorry, I had to put that in there. Thank you very much. Lakeisha Haygood Johnson, please stand for me. Laquel Lakeisha Haygood Johnson was born and raised on the island of New Providence. She's married with 2 children. She graduated from the government high school in 2001 with honors, and then she immediately pursued her passion for teaching at the College of the Bahamas. She obtained a bachelor's degree in secondary education in language and literature with credit in 2005. In 2013, she graduated with a master's in reading and inclusive education from the College of the Bahamas with a 3.85 cumulative GPA. She's been employed as an adjunct lecturer at the University of the Bahamas in the School of Education, as well as a supervisor and cross-moderator for the University of the Bahamas Teaching Practice Field Experience. In addition, she taught at the College of the Bahamas Summer Bridging Program. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Fellow Rotarians, I ask you to, my phone died. I ask you at this time to put your hands together, and Michaela is going to finish that for us. For our speakers today, round of applause, a Rotarian round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. We're very humbled to be here to be presenting on what we're truly passionate about, which is literacy. I would have condensed all that. I didn't just say that. I apologize for that. So we're going to get started because we know the time is very short. It's so much. We will try our best to keep it very concise. Normally, we like to do a lot of activities and so forth, but we said we'll just keep it like direct instruction and then Q&A afterwards. Okay, so this quote is from UNESCO's definition of literacy. It says, literacy is the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, communicate, and compute using printed and written materials associated with varying contexts. Literacy involves a continuum of learning and enabling individuals to achieve their goals, to develop their knowledge and potential, and to participate fully in their community and wider society. That's from UNESCO. And so we wanted to start with the definition of literacy, just to show you that it involves more than just, reading textbooks. It goes deeper. We wanted to start our presentation with the problem, and then we want to get into solutions based on our personal experience with literacy. We know, Ms. Smith is going to come eventually, that many students are reading below grade level. We would have taught at I would have taught at several schools. And in my capacity as the head of department at the time, we would do reading scores, pre-test scores, and what we look for is what's called a grade equivalent. The grade equivalent is basically grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth. After we would have tested students, they would be placed on one of those grade levels and so forth. And so in the senior high, where I primarily was, we had, I would have seen 12th graders, 11th graders, 10th graders reading at 3rd, 4th grade level, etc. And so that was a problem. It's still a problem. And I can say that I'm sure it's straight across the board, whether it's independent schools or public schools. And I would know that too. We would know that because we would have tutored privately, and a lot of times we get students coming in as well. So you can see those deficiencies there. This quote is taken from the Tribune, the Director of Education, as relates to the 2022 BGCSE results, because in the Bahamas, we like to kind of mark achievement. We like to mark achievement with BGCSE and BJC results. So it's something that we can look at just to see how our students are performing. So it says that 4,906 candidates in the country completed the Bahamas General Certificate of Education, etc. And 1,849 candidates received C or above in 5 or more subjects. And, for the most part, when persons look at those statistics, they are outraged, they expect more and so forth. But these results kind of been around for a while in terms of decline. The nation wants to see more. We always saying we don't want to see that D, etc.
And so there are some things that have to we have seen that there are some things that have to fundamentally change to get to that place. Otherwise, you're going to continuously see this and going to continuously be disappointed with the results. And so just before we get to the implications, I'm going to ask Ms. Smith to just come and speak to some of the challenges she saw or sees in her capacity.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
A recent exercise we did in conjunction with the Bahamas Literacy Association was offering free testing before students would have gotten back into the classroom for September. What we would have noticed, the age range was between about 5 to 16. And within that range, we would have had students, all different age and grade levels, but reading either 3rd grade or below. So from that, we knew that we had a lot of work to do. Even the Family Islands, we were fortunate enough to have some students who were here in Nassau and was given the opportunity to be tested. So we know that the work is extensive. We do plan to test on the Family Island once we are able to, because we found that students were unable to call sight words, words like so or the. So definitely we know that our work is great and we plan to do great things. As we come through the presentation, you'll see some of the things we will offer to bridge that gap.
Yes, and also from the Tribune, you will see the implications that was mentioned as a result of these BGCSE results coming out. And they're saying here that highly educated, skilled, and agile workforce is critical to the Bahamas' economic prospects in the service-oriented export industry for which it competes as an international business and financial center focused on tourism and financial services. Yet every year, there have been concerns about how many of estimated 5,000 high school students, especially those entering the workforce, will find gainful employment. And a lot of employers cry out and say that they look at the high school teachers and say, okay, what are you producing? They cannot write a simple report, et cetera, et cetera. So that is definitely the issues that we see nationally. Okay, so these are some best practices that we would have done either collectively or independently in our respective schools, because we can't control what happens in other schools, only in our space. And so I can say that the principal of the schools make a big difference, because we talk with youth and literacy. The principal of the school sets the pace. And so if you have a principal that truly believes in best practices and interventions, you will see gains. And so we will show that shortly. So response to intervention, action research, we'll pull up a PowerPoint to show how that works and the gains that we would have seen from that. Apprenticeship programs. At this time, we heard about a lot about it or coming on stream, especially for students who are falling behind. So that they work really well, where the students would follow a job or employer or what have you, based on what they want to pursue, the career they want to pursue. So that is also a good program. Having reading specialists is a best practice. We know that it's not just needed in the primary school, but it's also needed in the high school as well. However, they are underutilized. Like Ms. Smith, she's a reading specialist, but a little underutilized and wants to be able to give more. Problem-based learning, and I'll speak about that at my school, C.R. Walker, which we are doing right now, and training and professional development. And okay, so we'll come out of this one. Just stop sharing and go to the office. Yeah, the one, the desktop. To the other on your desktop, sorry. Yes. Okay, so what Ms. Smith is sharing with you is we have a lot of data that shows that with the best practices in the school, that students' reading scores can go up. So trying to pull up the quickest one that I could find. So the one that I was able to find is one that we would have done at Anatole as a whole school initiative. Whole school initiatives are very effective. And as I said before, the principal is very important and crucial in that. So doing your little strategies in the classroom is good. However, when the whole school gets together and works together as a team, you get greater gains. So this particular slide, I just wanted to show where these students, that they call student 14, 15, 16, etc. What we did was we had several teachers using the same literacy strategies, and we gave them the students a pre-test and a post-test. So as you can see here, this particular student 14 was reading at 7th grade reading level at the beginning of the start of the project. And then at the end, the student, after being tested, went up to grade 13. Grade 13 just means post secondary. And then you can see the trend. Now this particular student, well, all of them went up, yes. So the light blue shows the increase. And so we have a lot of data, like I said, to show that after you would have put in the interventions and so forth, working together as a team, the reading scores is going to go up. And that is what we want to see nationally. Share that particular one. And those students also did well in there. This particular slide just shows the results at the time, and it shows those students, the passes that they got, that same sample group of students as well. Okay, and so we're just going to transition to our last slide is what we're doing as a community outside of our school environment. We have, we formed about the Literacy Association. It's called the Bahamas Literacy Association because we wanted to do more outside of our teaching capacity. We formed a Literacy Association. Our patron is Elma Garraway. Our president is Dr. Ruth Sumner. And so we would have started from like 2017. However, we were just waiting to get registered, et cetera. But now that we are, we've already gotten a lot of potential members. A lot of them are from the Catholic schools, right? Like a lot of them from there. And we also have a lot of primary schools teachers that are involved and willing and ready to work with us. So we're very excited about that. We have a chat group and we have some activities that we will share with you. And so this is our purpose, to promote membership and partnership with the International Literacy Association. The International Literacy Association has a host of countries all over the world apart. Before, the Bahamas was not represented, and we didn't like to see that. A lot of the other Caribbean countries were there. So once we got ourselves organized, when you go to the International Literacy Association website, you will see the Bahamas is now represented by our little tiny organization, not this time like you all, but we are there to represent the Bahamas. We'll go to the next slide. So Ms. Smith will talk a bit about the committees and so forth. More our time is very short.
Okay, so we have a few projects. We have a few projects that we are chartering along with the association. We have the book awards where students along with teachers are able to present materials and we put it together. We have also a book club for the students in the schools with the various teachers who are part of the association. They will assist and manage us to get students reading, holding a book in their hand rather than being on the games or the phones at all hours. Also, we have professional development that we offer. We actually have one coming up in September called the Flip Teacher, which will be spearheaded by one of our other members, Janelle Johnson. We also offer tutoring services through the week and on Saturdays at the Marjorie Davis Institute, DeVoe Street. One of the other projects that we are excited about is our Teacher of the Year, our Literacy Teacher of the Year project. where we would highlight teachers from various schools. The school themselves will select these teachers, the teachers that will share different practices that they would have used in the schools. And we can also, interchange with each other, finding out what works here, what we can possibly use in other schools as well. There are criteria for the literacy teacher that we will share with each school. And as mentioned, once they are selected, something great will be given to that teacher overall that is chosen from the BLA. We also have our 21st Century Bahamas Literacy Magazine. Here is where we hear from everyone. You don't have to be an educator. It could be something that you would have utilized in your church as a part of your dynamic group here, the things that you're doing to promote literacy, anything that can encourage literacy that, we want to hear about it. Because a lot of times we have great ideas, but we don't share it. So we're always looking for things to do. So here, this is the platform here where we have that you can present your information and it will be published and shared across the Bahama Islands. These are just some passages. So get started. Okay, and as she mentioned, we both presented various times with the Florida Reading Association in Orlando and Tampa. They also had a chance to visit Sarasota, where we got to look at different centers to see how it's set up, things that we could actually bring back home and implement. We also presented in Trinidad. They had the opportunity to go down there and share some of the things that we do here. Here is an example shared on the screen of the reading and diagnostic testing that we recently did. Pardon?
No, I have to say.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so when we initially reached to the institution, we were surprised to see how many people actually came, because it was just a short time frame that we got the message out there. But this showed a greater need to see that, parents want the help, but they don't know what to do. So definitely, as we mentioned, yes, as she mentioned, it was a lot of the young boys, and even myself, being in the system for about 14 years now, most of my classes are young men, most of them. And I can share a success story. I normally teach what we call the lower streams in the government schools. And those are the students who normally get 0 point. And you're probably thinking, how do you get 0 point in your school every day? You have to not be doing anything, but the reading is the barrier. So me as the reading specialist at the school, I take time to first get to know the student. What are their needs on a personal level as well as academically? Once I do that, I then get them to trust me, because boys, they don't want anybody to know that they can't read. When you call them to read, that's when they become the rudest. They don't want to open their mouth, they start to fuss. So when they begin to trust me, then they're able to say, Ms. Smith, I don't know what that means, or I can't call that word. And so what I did, I introduced them to materials early. For instance, I prepared them for the BJC. So instead of waiting until grade 9, from they get me in grade 7, we start to look at those materials. We start to sift through words they may not know. We make them a challenge. They go home and they practice. Repetition is something that I always tell them. If you want to be great at something, you have to keep repeating it until you master it. So coming from grade 7 to 9, from a 0 point to a 2 point, I've gotten a lot of 2 points, 2.5, almost to a 3 point. And I am proud to say that out of those groups, out of two groups, I would have gotten 2 Bs in the English language BJC this year, along with 1 C. So it is possible. The practices are there. We just have to keep repeating it. And Laquelle is going to share our last 2 initiatives that we have coming up.
Okay, so don't mind this little tiny thing. She's a powerhouse, and she's holding back a lot. Excellent teacher, and so that's why I said it was wonderful for us to share together. Now, with the Literacy Association, we have the magazine that we talked about, where we're looking for strategies from all over, and so we put out something for persons to share their best practices and pictures and all that wonderful good stuff. Even at Rotary, we want to highlight it because a lot of teachers, it's going to be followed by a lot of educators. And so we want them to see, what they could also possibly, come and be a part of eventually. We are excited about Read, Sip, and Paint. We didn't want to just say reading because a lot of times children don't want to come to events that has just reading. So you have to make it fun and exciting. So we asked this, some young persons, our own children, would you like to come to Read, Sip, and Paint? They were excited. And they said, of course. And so we're gonna have some ciders and grape juice and non-alcoholic beverages. And we're gonna invite some authors and they're going to read. And the idea is to have the children paint a depiction because visualization is a strategy that works. So, and we want them to create mental images in their head as they're hearing the story, whatever comes to mind, they're gonna paint it up and then they'll share and then say why. It's like that. The strategy literacy circles has the visualization strategy in it. So that's what we want to do. We also have coming up next year, we're going to do a literacy like fun run walk and some wonderful, exciting things that we're going to put out there. And so we will end at this point because we'll go on. And so if any questions, we can ask any questions.
Any questions?
Oh, one last thing I have to say is my principal would kill me. At C.R. Walker, we are having a financial literacy project. We're teaming up with Ms. Smith at HNH because that's our feeder school, C.R. Walker. So we're doing a financial literacy project at our school where we have the whole school involved because a lot of the children, they don't know what stocks and bonds. I don't even know what those things. So we are getting experts to come in, the teachers, the support staff, everybody is a part of it. And we are going to have it as an actual research study as well. Last year we did food sustainability and that was very effective there. And so we're looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with our financial literacy project. Next week, we're inviting you all, if you have the time, at C.R. Walker, we're doing International Literacy Day at our school at an assembly. It's a general assembly. And so if you would like to come or send representatives, you are more than welcome to come at that assembly at C.R. Walker at Inghorn. The financial literacy project is a year long. It's from September to June, and it's going to be definitely measurable. So it's ongoing. The teachers are going to be teaching, the math teacher, the PE teacher, the science teacher is going to integrate the topics and so forth of it, like investing. And so our economics teachers are helping us, guide us with that and so forth.
Any other questions? Yeah, sure. So I just want to commend you for an excellent presentation. I'm a guest to Rotary and I want to commend you as well because a lot of times we see when the results come out, we see the articles by the director, the minister, as a public we get enraged. But I think you have a lot of opportunities to share what is the core problem as it relates to why the BCSC results are so low. So I want to say, ladies, thank you so much for time and for your presentation. I'm an educator, by the way, so I'm extremely passionate about things like this. And I'm really elated that Rotary wants to partner and help improve something like literacy because even though I teach math, the struggles that I have in my math classroom because of literacy. So I want to commend you guys. This woman, this platform, believe it or not, is an excellent opportunity to get the issues out there and to find solutions. So yes, excellent job, guys.
First comment is, if you haven't already, send your money as this program gets on. Support and resources around us and the day right there. So yes,
yes.
Second question I have is right? Second question I have is this is the 2020s, right? Is there any thoughts or concerns that we're still using the method of teaching to this new age? And I don't even know if we can call them the millennials now. To teach them literacy. I mean, are we moving in that progression where we're using the means that they're totally consumed with social media to help? Because I And I'm finding all the kids stage, so we have 1 hour of electronic time, and that goes straight to either YouTube or video games. And then it's a struggle for him to read us 20, 30 minutes a day. So I'm just trying to figure out, changing the teaching pattern.
Oh, okay, so at my school, this is the best senior high school in the world. The teachers at our school, when we came back from COVID, they never stopped with the technical tools and so forth. The teachers continued with WhatsApp. There was a teacher, she used WhatsApp to do her lessons with, or some activity she was doing. They still bringing tablets, they're bringing laptops. That was not the norm. We were saying you have to keep those at home. But they continued at our school using those things, games, quizzes, and all of these technical tools. And so, but because you have to, what I found too, with the students, they are detached. I remember sitting recently in a forum with the students, the 12th graders actually, the speaker was cracking up all these jokes. I was the only one laughing. And I said, why are they not responding? This is so funny. So maybe me. And they were just looking, and I was saying, I don't know if it's COVID or whatever, but you're right. You have to now, a lot has changed. You don't know we don't even know all the effects. And so you have to start doing some things that actually also reaches not just academic, but inside as well. And so I know for us, we're doing a lot of things at our school to do that. Now, what's happening outside of that, I'm not sure, but you can't go back to the dry erase board. You can't go back to what you saw with us with that one-sided talk. You have to go outside. So what we saw too, a lot of teachers are taking them outside and doing more school out walls, we call it. So you have to now change up the strategies. So hopefully more will do that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please give them a round of applause. PP Tanya. No, time, no. Time, please, PP Tanya, vote of thanks.
Come forward, please. Good morning, fellow Rotarians and guests. We had such a very provocative presentation, and we're so excited about the work that you're doing, bridging the gap. So we had a guest make comments earlier thanking you. That was Ms. Baker over there. So I won't add anything further to what she has said, because she really encompassed everything I would have wanted to say. So I will simply say to you, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise, we appreciate you taking the time to be here. But even more importantly, we appreciate the work that you're doing with our young people. We'd like to invite you again to visit with us, as well as to have us participate in some of your events. They look fantastic. They look like the things that we want to do. And as we celebrate Lit Month, we certainly were lit this morning. Thank you very much.
Just to say, we have gifts for you, but they're locked in that room, so we will get them to you. And please give our regards to Janelle, who will be coming back soon, and we're looking forward to that. Just one quick announcement before we get to the four-way test, which Father Fee is going to do. I just want to announce the Rotarian of the month for the month of August. As usual, you guys make it so difficult. I could go on and tell you how wonderful this Rotarian is, but I'll tell you next week. Let me invite to the podium Director Duran.
Oh, yeah.
From the pins, which I can't find, I'll have to reorder them. Director Duran gets a $100 gift card. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for all you do, Director Duran. Now to do our four-way test. Oh, the raffle. Yes, sorry. PP.
$100. John Bull gift card. Woo! We'll ask our guests. The one person speaker to draw the wedding. Thank you so much.
I like to go shopping today.
The last three digits are 4, 0, no, 6. Woo!
No, yeah, she's my guest. Last week she picked the winner. This week she is the winner. Yeah, so PP, sorry, Rotarian Father P, could you please do our 4-way test? Please stand, guys. Please come forward.
Fellow Rotarians and guests, of the things we think, say, and do, or do,
Is it the truth?
is it the truth?
Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all concerned?
Is it fair to all concerned?
Is it beneficial?
Will it build goodwill?
Move on. Now y'all show me off. Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you. Have a good day.
And our final toss will be done by Director Simone, who I believe is online.
Yes, Madam President, to all of our Rotarians and guests, whether in person or online, please raise your glasses, cups, bottles, mugs to Rotary around the world.
To Rotary around the world. Have a fantastic day, everyone. The meeting is now terminated. Thanks, online guests, visitors, Rotarians. Thanks for your presence this morning.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Have a beautiful day.
Have a wonderful day.